Something that is often noticed but seldom talked about is the amount of waste that we as humans produce through our products and our use of plastic. This can be a tender area for people, obviously, because it forces them to look at their contribution into that waste and pollution. And this can force them to not want to talk about it or seek change, because it would end up ultimately changing their life in an enormous way. And this is a big problem, because if something isn't done, then our planet will see even graver consequences than it's already seeing. Now, what consequences am I talking about? Well, we produce about 260 million tons of plastic per year, and roughly 10% of that gets put into our oceans every year. That's 26 million tons of plastic being put into our oceans. Now, that might be too broad scaling for you. So, to look into smaller numbers, the average American person produces about 5.9 pounds of trash per day. 1.4 pounds of that is going to be recycled, but 4.4 pounds is directly added to the amount of waste that we produce per day. That's 4.4 pounds per day per person. That is a lot of waste. Now, what can we do to change this? Well, we can recycle more. See, 80% of what Americans throw away can be recycled, but only 28% of what we can recycle is recycled. To put this more into perspective, Americans throw away enough glass bottles and jars to fill up a giant skyscraper. Think the Empire State Building. But all of these jars and bottles can be recycled. So recycling is the key. So what you need to do is you need to learn the rules of recycling. You need to know what can be recycled, how you need to recycle it, and maybe where you need to go to do that recycling. You need to stop using plastic bottles, plastic straws. Anything made of plastic will almost immediately go directly into the trash. You need to start focusing more on reusable containers, such as Tupperware or reusable bottles. You need to try to repair things rather than just throw them away and replace them. You need to stop using disposables. Disposables are going to go right into the trash, which adds directly to the waste. So a good rule of thumb is, if you're going to put it in the trash after you use it, then you should try not to use it. Find a reusable alternative in order to avoid creating more waste than need be. This might seem obvious to you, but it's not so obvious because we're still doing it. So there's got to be a good argument to keep us using all these disposables. What is this argument? It's convenience. Convenience over everything is what the people who create these disposables and sell these disposables want you to think. They want you to think that it's better to just use it and throw it away rather than carry it around with you, clean it out, and reuse it. See, it's this convenience that keeps us constantly using and never thinking about what impact we're actually having. We need to not let this convenience of living a life of disposables keep us from becoming better. We need to see convenience as a disease, or at least this type of convenience as a disease that is keeping us thinking that it's okay to destroy the earth that we live on. We need to realize that this ease that these conveniences provide is not always the best thing. See, the best things in life are not produced through ease. Our lives and the lives of those to come are worth more effort than just use and throw away. We need to use and reuse. Our planet is worth more than that. So what can I leave you with? We all love our conveniences, but we should seek different kinds of conveniences. See, it's convenient to use and throw away, but it's also convenient to always have something on you that you can throw your leftovers in, or that you can carry with you throughout the day to keep you nourished. It's convenient to know that when your life is over, when we leave, that there will still be a planet for the people left to stay on. And if those conveniences aren't enough to produce change, to justify change, then why are the minor conveniences that disposables provide enough to justify things staying the same? And the answer is they're not.